everyone, RCL Wellness Director here, Leah Mello, and I'm here to talk to you guys about a step-by-step on how to do a basic air squat. So this is with no weight. It's just a basic air squat that I recommend anyone to learn before walking in the gym, stacking on a bunch of weight, and before you know it, you're blowing out your knees and you don't have the correct form down. So first things first, I'm going to talk about feet position. So you want your feet slightly wider than your hips, and your toes are going to be slightly angled outward, anywhere between 5 to 10 to 20 degrees outward. Again, that depends on how wide of a squat you're doing, but mine right now, I'm going to keep it about maybe 8 degrees slightly pointed out, okay? So first things first is you want to load your hips first. I see a lot of people immediately going into a bent knee position, and what happens is that's already driving them forward where their knees are past their toes, and we don't want that. So again, you want to stand tall, load your hips slightly, and then we're coming all the way down, okay? Now I'm using my hands to come out like this because I find that helps with positioning of your chest and also balance. So if you bring your arms out, really your hands should not be coming down. That's when you know you're probably looking down, and you shouldn't be going up. That means you're looking up at the ceiling. So again, your head position is important because you want to make sure that you pick a spot, maybe on the wall directly in front of you or slightly down at the ground, but far distance. You do not want to be looking down at your feet, and you do not want to be moving your neck backwards, which I see a lot of people doing in the gym. You'll see it all the time. It's this motion, looking up at the sky, okay? We don't want to do that. So again, feet, loading the hips, we're coming all the way down. I'm picking a spot on the wall or directly in front of me, and we're coming back up. The back is in a neutral position. I tend to even arch my back a little bit more, so I'm aware of that. Try to not have so much of an arch, and definitely not rounded. Okay, so again, right from here, we're coming all the way down, and as you're coming down, you want to make sure that you're driving your knees slightly out. So you should have, if we were to draw a direct line from your heels to toe, that knee should pretty much line up with your heel to toe. You don't want too far out where you're rolling your ankles, and you definitely don't want to come in like this, okay? So again, hinge back, fall back onto the heels. And like I always tell people, it's a squatting position. So for some of my female clients, I'll tell them, what do you do when you go to a public restroom? You definitely don't sit on the toilet seat. What do? You fall back onto your heels. It sounds silly, but it's a good cue to use. So again, falling back onto our heels, and as you can see, you're on your heels, you're on the balls of your feet, but you are not on your toes. I can wiggle my toes at this point, okay? All the way down, and for deep squatters, you're gonna go lower. But for most people, they'll come right to about a 90-degree angle, driving up with the heels. When you come up, again, this is something I see a lot of dramatic hinging forward and squeezing. You want to squeeze your glutes, but again, we're not doing this dramatic thrusting forward, okay? It's completely unnecessary, okay? So again, starting from the top, feet position, slightly hip width apart, toes are slightly turned out, we're hinging back, load the hips, come all the way down, and squeezing up, okay? One more time, down, and up. All right, so if you can, practice that form first. If you cannot do about 10 to 15 of those in a row without fatiguing or, let's say, breaking form, you're not ready yet, and I highly suggest that you get the form down before going into a gym and loading up with heavy weight. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.